Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Good
I'm
morning, everyone.
I'm going to turn it over to Irma today. She is going to kind of run the show this morning, and she's going to explain what is happening today.
Good morning, ladies. So today we have a very special guest with us. We have Miss Marley.
Hello.
Yay!
Yay, yay. We've been yaying this entire time that she agreed to come with us. So we're very excited to have her here today. And we're gonna have a live craft and chat session today. And Miss Marlies is going to show us some of her techniques. We are going to be creating a folio today from some of her digitals, and we're hoping that you all can join us. You can use your own craft supplies um, today, or if you have her digitals, you can use that as well. And at the end of the stream, we are going to have a like a Q&A for those of you who want to ask questions at the end. However, you can also ask questions pertaining to the project as we're going along. One of us will be reading the chat to make sure that we don't miss anything. So if you have any questions and you're following along, just type it in the chat, and it'll give us an opportunity to have Marlene maybe go more in depth in what we're doing. So I hope you all have fun today, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Miss Marlies so that she can introduce us to her project and what we're gonna do today.
Hello. And well, for me, it's afternoon. For you guys, it's morning. So, a very good morning to you all. My name is Marlies, and maybe also known for people, my YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook as Marley Design. And yeah, I've been asked to join today and do a trifold with you guys. So, yeah, that is the plan for today. I have a basic paper in front of me. This is a regular black cardstock paper, A4 size. I will put this to the side just a little bit. Then I have some papers out of my own digital kit. This is my Halloween digital kit for 2024. These are not all the papers that I have designed. There is more, but of course you can understand I already used a couple of them. And besides the background papers, I also made um, my fuzzy cut kit, Halloween fuzzy cut kit. And I also have an ephemera kit. And in the ephemera kit, you will get like pockets. Something like this that could be, I will hold it this way. Something like this that could be like a cover of a little mini book. I have more pockets. In my fuzzy cut kit, I have some creepy pictures. Let me see what I can find more for you guys. I have some large labels in different kind of colors. And there is more. There are tags, there are frames, there are large tags and smaller tags. So if you well, if you want to know what kind of materials I'm working with, you can find this later on. I will also give you a code. You can find this in my Etsy store. And then the fuzzy cut kits. I have all kinds of Halloween, well, yeah, you can also call it ephemera pieces. So photos, a knife, some creepy skeletons, a high hat, spiders, a ghost, some wilted dark flowers, a butterfly, some smaller flowers. This is one of those smaller tags that I just mentioned. Another creepy skeleton. I have some pieces of smaller ephemera with skulls. So in total, there are like 6 sheets of fuzzy cuts in this kit. And yeah, for today, that is also the base that we're going to work with. Those 3 kits, the background papers, the fuzzy cut, and the ephemera kit. And I also have to mention there are some insect tiles that maybe come in handy later on. And this is also one of my kits. So yeah, I don't know if I have any access in the description box, but maybe one of the others can add my links or something like that. We have to. I have to find out because this is the first time I'm going to stream through somebody else's live stream. So, but we will figure that out. So that is for the basic materials. I will put this to the side. Then I started with this as my base. This is A4 size, so that means 29.7 centimeters. I do not know in inches. It will be around just a little bit under 12. So I would divide it into 3 even rectangles, and then um, I can choose, or you can choose one of those backdrop of background papers that could go on top, and you have to have 3 on this side, so this could be like the inside. And then you also need a paper for the other side, 3 even pieces. Of course, I already prepared a piece, so we can start right away today. So this is my inside, and I see I'm a bit upside down, so I will try to keep in mind to show you it in the right direction. So I have already placed 2 pockets on this right inner page. On the other side, there will also be 2 pockets. But what you can see is that this is the shape that they come in my digital kit. But for this project, for this project, they are not into the right size yet. But that does not have to stop us from altering your paper pieces into the right shape that you want. So yeah, don't be afraid, but cut. And that is what I'm going to do right now. And why am I also adding similar pockets on the left and on the right? Well, that is because I like symmetry and also a matching look. And when you match your things, the look is also right away very cohesive. And that is what I am aiming for right now. And another thing, you can see I have cut this in this angle, and I will cut this in this angle. And maybe it is just my mind that works this way, but I like it that it's, how do you say that? That it's quite, similar and has a little bit of the right direction to go to. I will do the same on this side. I will cut it in an angle like this. And then you can still see we have yeah, we have leftover paper here on the right and also here on the left. And yeah, that is also very simple. We do not have to make it any harder than it is. So I'm just going to give it a little mark on the outer edge of my black paper here, so I know where I have to cut it. I will do the same for the bottom pocket. And yeah, when you have cut the paper, you can choose to yeah, glue the pocket down. Or if you want to, you can also use like score tape. If you find that more easy, that is also totally fine. For now, you can see the pockets already come with those handy flaps. So I will use my glue. So the two strips, the bottom strip and this side strip are already attached a little bit on this corner. And then I will put glue on the rest of my pocket. And then you can either or eyeball it like this, because I want it in symmetry. And if you do not want to eyeball it, just put your ruler like this and place it exactly on the right height. And because I already have those score lines, because I've already folded into 3 parts, I am immediately going to check after gluing down if this will still close. And in my case, it is clothing. Closing. But you can see I have cut it. Well, I did not cut it very well, so there's still a piece left. But yeah, just turn your paper and cut it down, and then you are already good to go. I also must say that my papers were already prepared with some ink. I have used the vintage photo ink and my blending tool. And because right now I have cut off this piece, I'm going back in with my blending tool to really give that edge a brown vintage look. Now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same with this pocket for the bottom. I will attach those 2 strips. Put the glue on. And this one is quite easy because it is the bottom pocket. So you already know where it is going to start, the gluing, and where it is going to end. I'm just going to hold it in place for just a small amount of time, so I am sure that it is attached correctly. I will turn it for you guys so you have a better view. And yeah, to me, but of course for you it could look different, but for me this is cohesive. I have a left side and I have a right side with similar shapes, and that is really what I like. Okay, so
Jane,
yeah.
JMH says, fantastic digitals, Marley.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is really it's a great journey that I'm on. I really must say because I already told you guys a couple of days ago. This is what I have taught myself, and I want to expand also my knowledge about digital products. So I'm also going back to school for a couple of days. But I really, really like this process. It is what we are doing right now is really creating with our hands and heart and mind. But creating digitals is also a kind of creativity. And you can, yeah, if you can imagine something, you can also make it.
Well said.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so our base on the inside is quite done. You can, of course, add all kinds of stuff on top of those pockets. And also, I have to say, I would think about something that you can repeat and do it again. And that means when you choose for, let's say, of course, this is too big, but let's say I would choose a butterfly, then I would stick to more butterflies. When I use like these flowers, I will stick to using more and more flowers. That is just something that I like myself because when you are repeating your materials and your colors, again, it is a combining and matching look. Okay, so let me see what we can do. And this is the part that is, yeah, it's about playing around and trying things out. I have my little basket with my fuzzy cuts. There is all different kind of things in here. Yeah, and this is just the fun part because when you want to decorate, you yeah you take some stuff out and you play around and you shuffle things around until well yeah until you are happy with any kind of result. And this is something that you have to keep in mind. Just take your time. Everybody thinks, well, not everybody, a lot of people think that when you do this for, let's say there are a lot of makers that do this for a living or make daily YouTube videos, that we do it just laying it down and then it's perfect. And I can tell you that it's not. It is also about playing and exploring things and yeah watching how things can grow. It's not there in a heartbeat. So I'm just going through all my materials and I am looking if I can make a matching look for all four pockets.
Is there a specific color choice that you go for when you're doing that process once you have your papers laid down?
I already know that is a really, really great question because I already know up front and I can already tell you a bit about that. On the outside of my folio, I have placed this paper. This is also out of my digital kit. And I am really in love with this piece of paper because of there are spider webs on it. There are like wilted flowers. It is dark, a little bit spooky. I really like it. But there is one thing that I notice when I take a look at this paper. I can already see some red and orange tones here. Here I'm pointing it out right now. This is a little bit more reddish, and this one is a little bit more orange. So I already know because I think I just showed you in the beginning, or maybe not. But I also have this paper in my kit, and that means um, it is matching these colors. I can combine those. So what I already know, because this is the outside, I want some of that color also on the inside. But when I could have done this, the layout in an orange color, that could have been also a good choice. But I went for a neutral color because neutral, it already says it. Neutral is matching with almost every other color. Blue, pink, purple, green. Neutrals can be matched with almost everything. So what I know, on the outside there are some orange and red tones. On the inside it is neutral. But the paper that I just showed you is a wonderful for later on to make or create ephemera pieces that you can put in those pockets. And then the effect what you will create is it is going to pop because this orange color will definitely pop out. For example, I have this label out of my kit, and when I pop it into this pocket, and this is only, I mean, we did not do anything with this yet, and that's also not necessary if you don't want to, but you can already see it jumps out of the page because of its color. And then the colors combine with the cover. And that is what I am looking for in my work to, yeah, to have something that will pop out. If it's contrast or a color, but I'm looking for something that makes a bit more of a statement.
So do you normally just have one color uh,
No,
popping
no,
up?
no, because when I also look at the, let's say the papers that I get from Tim, you know, for before he's going to release everything, we will get our materials way upfront, and it is also a mix and match of a lot of different colors, and you have to. Well, I have to make that work because, of course, I'm working for him.
Hmm.
But in my own work, yeah, I would do exactly the same thing because it's not always that people have, for example, let's point out this paper, not all people will have 10 of those, and they will not have 10 of those patterns right here. So yeah, I have always learned myself to work with matching, that I can match materials, but that the pattern is definitely not the same. So most of the time, it turns out to be more colors. Yeah, more than one.
Marley, I have a question about fussy cutting, specifically the ghost. Do you have any tips on that?
Can you say that again, please?
I have your preference for fussy cutting,
Yeah,
fussy cutting pieces, especially the ghost.
you want to see it?
Yes. How? Okay. Yeah. Because it was flowing, and I didn't know exactly how to fussy cut that out, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know my images that I create, so that is the piece of graphic design. They are really detailed and they can be intricate, but I do place them like that in my digital product. But that does not mean you have to cut it that way because that could be very, very challenging sometimes.
Hmm.
Um, then you choose for the next best option and to cut it like I have done with the edges over here. So it's still like the ghost is floating,
Hmm.
but and yeah, well, to me it does not look like it is weird or something. But you are missing all those really, really tiny details, and that is okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I did it correctly because I was wondering how to make it flow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to cut it incorrectly.
Well, and the next best thing always is just to do you and what you think and see is correct. And there is no right or wrong for me, I must say. So,
Yes. Always has to remember you're not going to get it perfect.
no, we have to let go of perfectionism because that can
Yes.
be in your way really bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
that was my issue with the ghosts too. I'm just like some of the lines aren't too terribly defined. I'm like, I'm gonna screw this up. But thank you for how you explained it. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's totally cool. So what I'm also looking at right now is I'm going through these papers and the fuzzy cut, and what I can already see is of course that the papers I have used for my background papers, I have also used those patterns in my tags and in my frames. So what I just showed you on the outside, you can also bring that back on the inside with the flowers on this tag and with the flowers here on the frame. And that means you are bringing back in the combination on the outside and what we are trying to achieve on the inside. And you can also see when I put the label right next to it, those colors are matching. So I also have a tag over here. So I'm just going to play around and yeah, don't feel like you have to lay this out in just a moment because that is not possible. Just take your time and just shuffle your things around until you are, well, yeah, let's say satisfied or happy with the result. And also do not be afraid. I'm going to cut this butterfly straight in the middle like this, because you can also think about using it this way, like a one half maybe on this side and the other half on this side. It is still matching because it's the same butterfly, and you are matching it because you are putting something on the left pocket and also on the right pocket. And then I would like to add some kind of label. Let me see what I have. This is one of the Tim Holtz labels that you can stamp with the stamp set. And I really, really like I love it to use those labels. And then you can see when it's just a little piece sticking out on the side of the butterfly, and you can stamp on top maybe a text or some numbers. That is already very, very cool. And when you do exactly the same on the other side, it is already matching. Okay, so far right now for the bottom pockets, and now I will move a little bit more towards the top. Let's see what I have. I could think about adding the skeleton, maybe one on the right and maybe one on the left. And then you might ask yourself, well, those guys are green. Could that be, would you do that or wouldn't you do that? So that is also up to you. If you are really cool about it, that's totally fine. When you are more like in doubt and questioning yourself, don't go with it. But I think it is not a very overwhelming green color. There are also some neutral tones in the skeleton, and I gave it a brown rub of ink. Um, so I think it could be, yeah, it could be a possibility to add those to those pockets. And then I'm also looking for stuff that could go around the guy or behind to add layers and layers and layers to create those layers. And to do so, you need more pieces of paper that you can stack up. And unfortunately, and that is also in the meantime a great tip to myself, a great idea, I have this crow pointing with the beak towards this side. And it's a great idea for me to also make those images the other way around. So if you want to work from left and right, you can get a similar look. So that is also a great idea for myself. Okay, for now, I think I will first focus on the bottom two pockets because I am sure I really want the butterflies and I really want those labels. So for now, I will get these off my project. And I will slide and move everything a little bit to the side. And you can see I've already inked up those labels. And I already did some staining on top. What you can do to do that for yourself, I have a little craft sheet over here and I will show you. This is the Tim Holtz label stamp. And I will quickly cut a piece of paper so I can show you. I will stamp with the black Suit archival ink because this is a permanent ink. And that means when we are going to make some stains, it will stay, the ink will stay on, it will not bleed. I will directly create a couple of these. It turns out that in the past I have done a lot of, stamping again and stamping again. Yeah, that is, becoming a little bit annoying. So I taught myself to directly, in this case, I make 4 labels right away, because you never know, and especially when you want a cohesive look, you will never know how much of these labels you will need. Maybe you will need just one, and maybe you will glue all 4 of them on your project. So I'm quickly going to cut them out. I will leave just a small white edge. And then I will get out one of my distress inks. And I always say brown is good. What kind of brown? It does not matter. You have to be happy with the color yourself, but any brown will be just fine. In this case, for today, I have my Distress Ink Vintage Photo in front of me, and that is the one that I am going to use. And yeah, feel free, because this is also a chance for you to ask any questions about maybe this process or some materials. So yeah, don't be shy and ask, and some of the others will pick up and tell me what the question is. Because of course I am cutting and inking and everything, so a lot of times I say ask a question, but I am not always paying attention to the chat. Okay, so I have my labels here in front of me. I will put the excess to the sides in the bin. Okay, let me see. Where is my vintage photo? Okay, I thought it was here. Let me see. And this is also what happens. Oh, you see, I put it underneath a basket. I will put some of the ink on top of my little craft sheet. And I will also put some ink on the sides of my labels. And this working method is something that I am repeating and repeating and repeating over and over again on almost every paper that I use. Inking up the edges with a brown color. After that, I will put the ink on my craft sheet and wet it down. I will drag my fingers through the ink to create a bit more of drops. You will see that in a minute. So the ink is here. I will wet it down. There it goes. And then I will tap my labels slightly into the color. And then you will have something like this with staining on top. And the outer edges are also colored. And yeah, when you do this for all the pieces of paper and all the pieces of ephemera that you are going to use, it will be, yeah, all matching. And it will all have the same kind of look. So I will put this to the side for a moment so it can dry properly. Like this. I will wipe my piece of craft sheet. And in this process, right now, my labels are still wet. So I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to tell you. Because they are wet, I'm not going to distress the edges because then I will tear my papers. But when those pieces of papers are dry, the next step always for me is to roughen up my papers. You can do that by using this little tool, the Tim Holtz paper distresser. If you have like long fingernails, you can scratch on the side of the paper and make, yeah, then it will get a little bit more rough and it crinkles a bit. And there is also, well, this is quite a big scissor. I would not recommend this, but you know, you have smaller scissors. And then when you use just one of those blades and scrape it on the sides of the paper, you will also roughen up the paper. And that is mostly the process that I am using with my basic paper, my backgrounds, sometimes my pockets, my ephemera pieces, and I repeat this process over and over and over again. So for now, I will put those labels to the side and let's go back to our pockets. So right now on the pockets, we have two layers, the butterfly and the label. I would like to add just a little bit more. Um, and we can do that by adding, well, it is Halloween, so you can even add like crazy stuff, like this skull head in the middle of the butterfly, you know, the body of the butterfly. And when I do it on the left, like I told you before, I'm going to repeat it and I'm also going to do it on the right. So that is also, again, an extra layer to look at. Then on top of the labels, you can stamp or you can use a remnant drops to, yeah, embellish it or decorate it just a little bit more. But you can also add snippets, number snippets, and like staple it down with your tiny attacher. And let me see what I have here in front of me. I have already pre-stamped some. These are from the Tim Holtz stamp set Tidbits. And I've stamped them on an off-white paper in a dark brown archival ink, the ground espresso color. And then you can play around and see where you would like to add a little word or a little number. Try different spots for you and see what works best and what you like best. And maybe it is not a snippet that you like, but maybe it is just a stamping on top of the label. That is also very well possible. But because I would like to create layers, I am going for one of these snippets that I created. And to create layers, I'm going to layer this piece on top of the butterfly, the wing that is on the bottom, and the label, because then you can see there is another layer. It is very well visible. And then around the label, you can see there is still some room left. You can still stamp over there or add remnant drops. I'm going to look for a similar one because we also have something here on the right. And that will do for just now. Okay, let me see what kind of remnant drops I have for the background of this label. And I will also bring into this view the sellotape, the Tim Holtz sellotape, because it is really lovely to put a piece of tape on the corners of those labels, or even a piece on this little snippet that we just made. And here I have some remnant drops. This is the specimen one, and this is the eccentric one. Let me see. Yes. So these both will work fine on those labels. So I'm going to cut some out, which I think will work fine and best on these labels. And then we're going to attach them. I'm sorry, I had to take a little sip of my glass of water. And I can already see right here this circle. I really like something like this. You do not have to use the circle in whole. You can also, cut it in half and or just cut a corner off like this, and then use this piece. I will add it to the side of my label. And I have to scoop it over a little bit so it will be on the edge. So it looks like it is partially there. And I really, really love those remnant drops because they blend in so very nice. They are thin. I really, really love them. Sometimes I choose remnant drops over the stamping. Right away, I will also glue down the skull head on the body of the butterfly, because that means this can dry while we are working on our label and our little snippet and everything. And then by the time when the snippet is done and the label is done, my skull is already, the glue is already dried. I will add some more remnant drops. And I always keep in mind, this is my remnant drop, it's not on there yet. I always have to remember, so I'm placing everything back where I want it. Put the label behind, put the butterfly on the side. I will put my snippet on top because I need to know exactly where I can put my remnant drop. Otherwise, I do not have like a point Okay. And this is just, yeah, putting it back on there again and again and again until everything is filled the way you like it. And right now, I know I want the butterfly here on the left, the, the label underneath, and I can see this piece of the wing will be glued on the left top corner of my label. So I'm going to add some glue already because this is how I build up my layers. And now I can hold the butterfly into the right place, lay down my label, and press them together where I have just put the dot of glue. And that means that it is in the right placement also for your pocket. And that sometimes people think that is well, annoying, putting it back on top of the pocket, taking it off again, putting it back on. But yeah, this is just a way to see for yourself how what is the best position for your snippet, for your label, for the butterfly. Taking it off and putting it back again over and over. So right now I'm also happy with how this label, this little snippet will be. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back and put it into the right place. And after that, right away, you can also put in a little staple. Just, it is not only to hold it together, it is just to give everything, everything a little bit of an accent. So I have that in place. I have my tiny attacher. And I have
Oh,
it,
that's nice.
yeah, and I have it together, yeah. And you can even make so many more layers, but to do that right now would be maybe it could be overwhelming.
Hmm.
And that is mostly something that I do in the makes for Tim, because you want that to be like that can be extravagant, let's say it like that. But mostly also when I create for myself, most of the time I have a little less layers.
I love
So,
that. That is fantastic.
yes. So normally, when you do a creation for Tim, how many layers, like for example, in that piece, you have 4 layers. How many layers would you say you normally apply on a Tim Holtz project?
Oh, yeah, there could be like fabric behind the label,
Hmm.
like mummy cloth or something like that. And then between the label and the mummy cloth, I would add more little snippets, little numbers, little words, and everything. Like the curator pack would be awesome to do so. Um, and then, yeah, even on top. I mean, I still have area left over here. I call that most of the time clear space. You can even add more over there. Let me show you. Um, I could add something like this. And let me see what I have even more here.
And now I know that in your Tim Holtz projects, like your folios that you create for him, what what size do you normally make your oh my gosh. Is it a gusset? No. Like here we have a thin score line.
Yeah.
What normally in a Tim Holtz creation, what do you normally put that as, like a quarter inch or?
Oh, yeah, great question. So for today, we because of course we do not have like 6 hours,
Hmm.
because my makes for Tim are mostly made in between 40 and 60 hours for one make.
Hmm.
And that is because of all those layers and drying time and everything and preparing everything. But so this is just one fold. I have a fold over here and I have a fold over here. That also means we cannot make on this little piece six like 10 layers, and on this little piece 10 layers, because then the whole trifold will not fold close again. So on my makes for Tim, I always take, but I am in centimeters in the metric system. So let me think. At least most of the time I like 1 centimeters. So that will be half an inch.
Half an inch per signature.
Yeah. And when I do not have that possibility, at
Mhm.
least I would like a quarter inch. So it must be between a quarter and a half inch.
Okay.
Because then you can make more layers and
Hmm.
add more and more to your book, your journal, your folio, or you really need a spine for all that chunky stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. One of our followers in the chat, JMH, is asking, Marley, what brought you to junk journaling? Did you start off in this creative world with love of playing with paper?
Ooh, yeah, great. Yeah. Well, a little story behind it. I already told you guys last weekend. I have been very sick in the past. I have been homebound and also bedbound for a couple of years. And that meant I was in physical pain every day. And to keep myself sane, I needed to do something else than only go with the pain and fight the pain. So I went into, yeah, video. No, at that time most of the times there were blogs and pictures on the blogs. So I found a blog about making yeah, paper boxes. So you have like the scoreboard and you have those all those folds and everything, and then you fold it into a box with a lid or something that will look like a chocolate box. And that is the way how I started, because I needed to keep my mind sane and occupied with something else. So I had some pattern paper, a scoreboard, scissors and the glue, and yeah, I made boxes. And that grew out to this. Because yeah, then of course you want something else and you see something else, and yeah, then it takes off. And then you are out of control.
Yes, you go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, very, very quickly. But yeah, that is also the way how I found uh, Tim's YouTube channel, Tim's explanations, his live streams, and all of that. So yeah, and that brought me well here today with also with you guys.
Now, I know that you are great at layering. Is
Yeah.
that something that you found came naturally to you, or is that something you really had to practice?
Um, well, in this case, I really have to say practice makes perfect. Yeah, I just found out by doing. That is it. Yeah, I was creating, and again, and then I was missing something, so I had to add something. Then I thought I was missing something again, and I kept adding and adding and adding until, yeah, just when I thought in my mind it would work, and that turned out in layering. And that turned out into be something that I was good at because I had a lot of, well, nice comments and reactions, and yeah, and that uh, once something like that clicks in your mind and in your hands, you are sold. Yeah, and then you cannot stop layering.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is how it goes. But I also must say, because I'm already layering for, of course, a couple of years, um, that it's also sometimes nice to layer a little bit less, because even then you can make very, very beautiful makes. But yeah, it is the thing that I love. So most of the time, I still end up by adding more and more.
I have that same I have that same habit. That's why I'm asking you about the layers. It's like once you start layering your folios, you want to just keep going and going.
Yeah, 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 true. Definitely true. And it is something that you can teach yourself. That is the great thing about it. Um, it is not like you have to invent it yourself. Layering, of course, is already uh, years and years that people do that in their makes. But just make it your own by choosing maybe your favorite color combination, or maybe keep it in the same kind of materials by adding mummy cloth or something like that. So make it your own. Yeah, just to get it into your own style.
Who in the crafting community, when you first started off, was your biggest inspiration in creating, or what? Who were your like your top three people that you followed because you love their work?
Yeah, I must say also Susie from the Tim Makers, because she really makes, yeah, the most gorgeous journals and books and everything, and paper crafts. So I really, really like that. Um, then before we became friends, I already had a great admiration for Louise Hansel.
Oh yes, love her.
Yeah, she's my friend right now because we have the same interest, on a personal level, same humor, and we can, um, yeah, how do you say that in English? Let me think. We can. I don't know what kind of saying it will be in English. So we can get in touch with each other, and tell each other everything, uh, the good, but also the bad and the ugly and everything.
Oh, wonderful that you have someone like that.
Yeah, and then we also make fun of each other. I mean, that is also because it's all behind the scenes. So
Yes.
we can say everything we want, and yeah, just throw it all out there, and just be sure we are sure from each other that it does not leave the room.
Yes.
But then you sometimes can, yeah, then you can just say whatever you want if something is troubling you.
I saw that you visited someone. Was it Louise or was
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I've been to Louise last year, 2023. I went there with my husband and my children. Of course, I went there to work with Louise, and I also tried, of course, to spend some time with my family and doing nice stuff. So it was work and joy, yeah, all together. And that is how we ended up with the Double Trouble video series.
Yes.
So that was hilarious, and yeah, we really want to do it again because people are asking. They are messaging me, "Where is Double Trouble? Are you coming back?" And we are planning, but yeah, Louise just got a new apartment. She moved. Well, apartment is not totally ready yet, so it is not like right now I can stay and have a sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
So it is in our minds, but yeah, we still have to wait a little bit longer. But I think that there will be something in the near future, I think, because we are trying, she's trying to get the apartment and everything ready.
Uh-huh.
And I am trying also with my husband to figure out when I can leave the house because, of course, we have two children and and a dog and the household and everything. So he must be also fine and okay with that to take care of everything.
Well, that sound exciting.
Yeah, yeah, it really, really is. But yeah, there are a lot of well, a lot that sounds maybe a little bit arrogant, but I do have you know a lot of messages from people that want to let's say like work together or do a collaboration and unfortunately I cannot do it all.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I really want to because yeah, of course it is fun, it is nice, it is adventurous, and you get to know each other on a different level and have another different kind of conversation. And so yeah, I really do like collaborations.
I
So yeah,
remember I remember you and Bohemian Crafting.
yeah, Eva, yeah, I did a collaboration with Eva also. Yeah, oh, that was so cool.
I loved that piece that you made for her.
Yeah,
Oh goodness.
with all the flip flaps and thingies and everything.
Yes, all the
Yeah,
layering that you did in there. I was like, what is this?
yeah, and that is the beauty about layering because then you it when you look at a piece, it messes with your mind so much that you don't even know what you are looking at.
Yes, I
And
was in awe. for
Yeah,
that
there is
piece.
so much going on then, and that is what I like because that makes it more interesting. But that was with Bohemian Crafting, that was such a great collaboration. That was awesome. Yeah, I really would like to do more of that, but with all the work that I have, it's sometimes just not totally possible. And yeah, sometimes that is also disappointing because I really, really like to collaborate. Okay, so for now, I will hold it up so you can see. I made this little collage. You can see I added a corner in the corner, or how you say it, a corner embellishment in the corner, and with a postal stamp with a skull. And on the other side, I did the same and also kept it a little bit in the same colors because we have a little bit of orange, and later on you will see I will have a little bit of red too. And you can even add more and more and more to this piece because behind the stamp you can still add a little snippet, a little number like this. So I'm going to add a little bit more to build up those layers. And just keep in mind to do this while the glue is still wet, so you can still add a little bit more behind some pieces. And for this, you need really small and tiny snippets because I like to work with the larger image first. So in this case, that would be like the butterfly. And then the second piece was the label. And then after that, you go smaller and smaller. And in this case, well, right now I have already added, the little bit of a larger snippets over here. And so after that, you go smaller again. And that is why I have these little numbers. And that is also, again, an extra layer. I have to turn it around, I see. I will hold it up like this.
Oh, yes.
Adding adding that number really makes a difference.
Yeah, and that is a great comment. And you know why? Because this gives me the opportunity also to talk about contrast. Our pocket was already in color, mostly black and gray colors. Our butterfly is black and gray. The skull is a neutral color. The label is in black and brown. So adding just that little snippet with the number 104, because of the base it is stamped on, it is off-white paper, and you glue it on top of darker paper, it pops out right away. And that is what you see happens also on this side. You will notice it right away. Okay, so we will leave those pockets right now for what it is, because we also want something inside of the pockets. And that is what I already showed you. because the outside is with red and orange tones and a little bit of blue. That is the reason why I'm also adding red and orange tones on the inside. And there also comes in the orange from my ephemera kit. And I'm only putting it in the pocket right now. I'm not doing anything special, but you can already see how the color will come to the front right away because of the orange. The orange will, it's a kind of a reddish orange, and it will pop out right away. And that is also the reason why I have this frame and this little tag. So these two, I'm going to add them together, because then you already have, again, some layers, a bigger layer and a smaller layer. There is also contrast because we have the orange in the back and the black with the orange flower on top. Contrast and color combination is wonderful. Both. We will hit it both in one time. So I'm going to place the smaller tag in the middle of the bigger tag. I will just punch a hole. Remember, these pieces already have been inked up. Let me get some thread. Now I have this little, it's a little bit like, I don't know the English word for this, but you can see it's a little bit hairy. And I really like this kind of thread in a Halloween theme. I think it is matching.
It's very fibrous.
Ah, fibers, yes.
Yep.
That's the word, yeah. So I will try to push this through the hole so I can attach them already together. After that, we can see maybe on the tag or on the bottom of the larger tag if we can add something interesting. Because I'm always looking for something that that your eyes are drawn to, because then that also means it is interesting for somebody else, and they will look even longer at your work because they are curious about what to find even more. Okay, so I've already made this. You can see how easy this is. 2 pieces of papers, the big tag, the smaller tag, and 1 piece of this fiber, this thread. This already looks great. So if you are not into layering and adding, a whole lot on top of this, this could also work. Then just put it inside of your pocket and you are already done. But let's us find out what we can do even more. I also have the Tim Holtz Halloween collage strips from this year. But yeah, if you can find any other kind of paper where you will have like a word or something or a row with numbers, that is also fine. If you have another brand that you love, awesome, take that one. I will cut this word out of the collage strip, condemned. And I think it could make a great addition to the bottom of this tag. So you will have a little bit more embellishments. And then I will go back into my own digital kits and see if I can find something to add even more on top of that, or maybe behind the word.
You make layering look so easy. I'm
She really
struggling,
does.
and you are just like adding away, and I'm like, oh,
Do you find it difficult?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe it does look easy. I don't know. I'm just doing something.
You make it look very easy.
Oh, thank you. I don't even notice anymore. So let me see. I also have I have a hi-hat. Would that be nice? I can put the hi-hat maybe on the corner. That could be cute. I have this skull. I had this spider. Let me see what I have more. And you can already see the larger tag is the largest, then the smaller tag. Then condemned is even smaller in scale. So do you already know what I am looking for right now? Something that could be or smaller than condemned, or a little statement piece like the hi-hat. And I'm just checking out all kinds of possibilities. And I will push them towards my work to make a little arrangement. And then it is about trying. I have to put some things to the side, otherwise I cannot see what I have left. Because I also have this one. I think it's a bit too big. So let me rearrange some stuff. And I also have this that is also cute. Let me see
Yeah.
in the on the video. Yeah, that looks cute. And that also means, let me see if I can show you the right direction. You can place the word condemned on the bottom, and then on top you can, in this case, I have some kind of, is it like Dias de los Mortes
Yes.
skull? I can put that a little bit underneath the condemned word to create that layer again, like they are attached to each other. So that is a possibility. And then even add like a snippet or a word on top. Let me see if I can add flowers behind. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. This will, you will see right away, this will fill up a bigger area on the bottom. And to me, that is nicer, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because when we saw the skull just a minute ago, you could see there was a lot of clear area left over. And yeah, I do not like clear area because it gives me the urge to fill it up again. But when you have a piece like this, multiple flowers, and the gap is totally filled, then you are quite easily done. So I think I will go for the flowers, and I will scoop this a little bit so to the side. Whoop. And of course, do not forget, because the condemned is not something that I already inked, so do not forget to ink your papers before gluing it all down. And if you want to roughen it up, right now I'm using just my fingernail, quick and easy. So, like this. Condemned will go on the bottom. And those flowers, I want them a little bit behind the condemned word, like they are, yeah, how do you say it? Coming from behind the word, and they are on top of this little tag. Yeah, I like that best. So right now, everything is in place. I will remove the condemned word, and I take a very, very good look on the placement of my flowers, because this is the way it will look best. Because when you do not look and you pick it up and you put glue on it, and then you think, oh gosh, where was I supposed to glue it? You don't remember again. So right now I'm going to pick some a point in my background paper as as a reminder where to glue my piece. So when I have my reminder, I can glue the piece down. Because in the end, it is all about placement. And when your placement is off, you will immediately see that in the total overview. And of course, before the glue is dry, I'm going to check if I'm satisfied. I'm not seeing this lower flower very well, and I do want to see it. So I'm pushing it up. The glue is still wet, so you can still do that. And this to me looks better. So right now I can glue down the condemned word. And that is in place. And also think about the smaller details. So I'm going to pick up my stapler again, my tiny attacher, and staple it down on both sides. And if you want to do it once, totally fine. Twice, and this time I felt like doing it 3 times. Just do what you think is best. And then you will have something like this in a very small amount of time. So when you have the right materials, so the background is already great, the smaller tag is already great and popping, and then the flowers and the word, you can be done very, very easily and very quickly. There is one thing that you could add to this tag. You could add a black backing, the same black cardstock that I had over here, just regular black cardstock. So then you glue the whole piece down on the black cardstock and leave an extra edge of black along all sides. Then you will have another layer. You can also choose craft colored paper, totally fine. Yeah, so you can add. You can even do Um, you know those, well, let's say mummy cloth, that very, very thin, yeah, fabric kind of material. You can glue that to the back of the tag and then again at the back a black piece of paper. Then you will have two extra layers again. What you can do is then also stitch along all sides with a running stitch on your sewing machine. That already creates, again, extra interest. So you can see you can leave it as simple as it is, but you can create more and more layers on the go if you prefer. But for now, for today, this will do because I also explained you the other options which you can do at home. Now, we will place this inside of our pocket. And then you can take a look. I will show you. I always review my work myself again, because what do I notice right now? That mostly what I see is the orange background paper and the smaller tag on top. Not a problem, also nice to look at, but can we make something extra? Let me see, to give it a little bit more interest. What do we have? This could be too big. Yes, that's too big. I have to turn it again, otherwise I am not looking correctly myself, and then there could go something wrong. And I do not want that. So right now I'm looking for a way to create a little bit more interest on the top of the tags, because that is the part that is sticking out the most. I have laid down this number, but the numbers for me, and that is personal, so if you like it, go ahead. But for me, the numbers are way too big, way too big. I want to go smaller. Do not look at the whole row of numbers because I'm not going to use the whole row of numbers. But the type of lettering and the size of the numbers is already way, way better. And then, of course, choose the numbers that you like, cut off the excess, and yeah, just glue down the parts that you want to use. So yes, that is what I'm going to do. I am going to cut off, let me see what I want. I'm going to aim for just behind the number 1. And again, this piece is not inked, so I'm going to add my brown ink. When you have more time and you want to, you can do the staining, of course. I think this will be the right size. Yes, I'm going to glue it down. And right after glue, of course, underneath of this, you have again a choice. Put a piece of fabric behind, a little bit of thread, or a piece of mummy cloth, a piece of black cardstock. Add an extra layer if you want to. Right now, because our folio, our trifold, only has 1 fold, I cannot go into bulk. But when you have like a bigger spine, a wider spine, you can do that. Okay, so the number is on. Again, I will use my tiny attacher just one time. Cut off the excess. Let me put it back into the pocket so we can see a little bit better. And you can already see it is more interesting. Also, because of the background color of this snippet of white is a great contrast to the orange and the black. And yeah, like I said, you can add even more behind this snippet, or you can even add more maybe here on the side if you want to. Let me see if I have something to show you.
So, Marley, when you are layering, do you like to use words that match what you are working with, or does it matter?
Well, no, well, to me, it doesn't matter. Because sometimes otherwise I can be looking for something for a very long time, for a very long time, and that interferes with my process most of the time. So, um, and when you are like, yeah, working in a flow, I want just to keep going because it feels good.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but when you think about Tim has great makers that make whole stories with the right text and numbers and everything, and the right quotes and sentences. And um, I have thought about that multiple times myself. Why don't I do that? But yeah, probably it's just not me. I think.
Okay, that was a question from one of the viewers.
Oh, nice question. Thank you. But it is possible because of course also Tim has, the quotes and the sentences, so you can make a whole story about it. Um yeah, so you can make a story if you want to, but I always think about that when my make is done, and that's a little bit too late. So yeah, you can do it, but for me it is not a necessary thing to do. So in the meantime, I found this knife, and I am thinking I also have another knife in my digital kit. Let me see if I can find it. It's really small, so it could be something that I have dropped on the floor or is underneath something. Because of course I'm looking for contrasts, so it will pop out. But the handle is a little bit brownish orange kind of color. And yeah, we need something maybe a little bit more obvious. So let me check if I can find the other one too. But that was a very tiny, tiny one. And I think it's on a walk right now. Okay, so then we have to do it with this one. That is also great. When you have the knife, it is sticking out on the top, and that is a little bit more of a danger, for bending and crinkling and getting stuck in between somewhere. So I still have room left here underneath the rose. So the most easy thing is just to cut off a piece of the knife and then push it in there. Yes. This is correct. So, okay, so I have cut it into the right size. And that is also the same that I did with the butterfly. Do not be afraid to cut your materials into half or in three parts. If it looks better that way, just cut it. And yeah, there you go. It's just a little bit of an extra accent. It comes
Very pretty.
behind of the top flower, the top rose, and yeah, it's just like it is. How do you say? Connected with other pieces, like it is connected with the roses, and it is connected with the smaller tag. And that is also something that I'm looking for quite often, that there is a connection in between those papers. Okay, so let me put it inside the pocket again so we can take a look.
Marlies.
Yes.
One of our chat members is asking, Lucy is asking, Marley, do you fussy cut or do you have a machine to help you with the cutting?
Here are my machines. No, I did everything by hand this time. No, I have had like, how is it called? A cutter? Oh, how do you
Cricut?
call it? Yeah, something like that. Another brand I can't remember, but I had one in the past. But I thought it was really not my thing. Right now, I think it is my thing after fussy cutting the whole shebang here over here. So, but I had one in the past, did not use it a lot, sold the thing, and right now I got back into I got back in, no, I am into the graphic design and fuzzy cutting, and now I think, maybe I could use one again. So yeah, these are all cut by hand, but you can definitely use one of those cutters. Yeah. Okay, I would like to do also an embellishment for this side, for this pocket. So I have, of course, this orange again, because I want that color to be coming back in more and more. Um, Let me see if we can make something also with the labels. Because when you repeat those things, most of the time it can look very, very nice. So yeah, I think I can get away with just using one label and then cutting it into half. And then one could go more towards the bottom and one could go more towards the top. But that is already nice to look at. And then this label, I am going to glue this label onto black cardstock. So, and that is to create that extra layer in the back. So that is what I'm going to do first. I will add it to some black paper. Okay, so most of the time these pieces are drying, and then I have my hands already free to make a little bit of a layout and play around a bit just to see what I can do more and more. And I also have a little basket over here, a little box with the Tim Holtz Halloween ephemera pack from this year, 2024. Because, well, we all know there is beautiful stuff inside. So I'm just going to take a little look especially for some smaller pieces, because of course we do not need very large and big pieces. So I'm just going to take a look if I can see something small. And if it's not small, but you like, for example, when you see this, it really has some nice words on it. So don't be afraid to cut those words out if you want to. Because when the embellishment or the ephemera piece is not already you know, in the box and pre-made and you can get it and glue it on, then you have to look for another solution. And most of the time, I seek for that solution by um, taking a look at the words and numbers and the patterns in my papers.
Are these pieces in any of your digitals?
No, so this one is my digital, the label,
Mm-hmm.
the orange label with the pattern on top. The labels are stamped with the Tim Holtz stamp set labels. And right now, I am trying to embellish this piece a little bit more with the Tim Holtz Halloween ephemera pack.
Okay, thank you.
And this is the ephemera pack from this year, so the 2024, the newest Halloween pack. Yeah, so I'm looking for something that can, you know, that will stand out and that your eyes are drawn to immediately, creating interest. And yeah, sometimes you need a little bit more time to find the right pieces. One piece could be a little bit too big. And then you need to find a smaller one that will fit even better. And this is also good just for, yeah, just for your creativity. You have to go through all your stuff, your stash, your pieces, your embellishments to connect with the right piece. It is not there right in front of you. You just have, yeah, you have to go and search. And that is also why we have these pieces. I mean, you buy it because you like it, and that is the way how you also enjoy it, to get it into your hands and go through it and take a look at it, or look at it, I have to say. And then you can make the choice, yeah, the thing that you prefer most. Okay, so I have three little things: the crow, the 31, and the warning may be habit forming text. I can already glue down my labels because I am already sure about the placement. Okay, so these little pieces are not inked, and that is what I'm going to do first. So that is what I was talking about at the beginning of the live stream, taking the steps again and again and again and make sure everything, all your papers get the same treatment. And it's also again the same color. So it's always the same brown tone.
Do you think you would ever do a digital where you have like packs of ephemera?
Like the Tim Holtz ephemera?
Yes. Would you ever do something like that? Because I know a lot of us, we don't use our Tim stuff because we're afraid we're not going to be able to find it again. Like Lucy in the chat session, do we really have to use it?
No, you don't have to use it. I have had that fear too. Yeah, I must say, of course, and that is understandable because his materials are really, really lovely, and of course, like Halloween and Christmas, it comes and it goes. So of course, you also want to hold on to it. And I have had that and did that for years and years, but yeah, in the end, especially when I became a maker for Tim, it was clear to me that I had to use it. And because, yeah, like we talked with others in the team before, there will be new stuff again and again and again. Yeah, so that made me think, yeah, why don't I use it? So now I do. But yeah, digital kits, I am planning to create more like little snippets, little numbers, words. I already have a couple of labels in my store. But yeah, there is so much more coming. But yeah, I hope you also understand that, yeah, digital design is time consuming and it can be very difficult. So I have a lot of plans for that. And I already have a couple of things in the making. But I cannot say anything about when that will be like available.
Sure. We'll just keep watching because I know if I have a digital and I use it, I know I can reprint it again. So I would use it more.
Yeah, and that is I think that is the awesomeness of digitals, that you buy a kit, but you can print and print and print again and again. That is the cool thing about it. Okay, I need a punch. Let me see. Where do I have? Oh, there it is. So I have cut out the label with the black edge. I think this one is a little bit a bigger edge than the other ones. And because my digital label is round, I also want the black backing to be round. So let me check out which corner will be most. Okay, let me see. Or maybe the middle. Yes, great choice. Oh, let me turn it around. So you can already see also again in a couple of minutes you will have something like this. And the labels can be stamped with stamps, or you can add a remnant drops to add text or numbers or something that you like, a stamp, something like that. And then you also have the option on the top to do an eyelet or just punch a hole. That is also fine. And that is what I'm going to do for now. But of course, feel free when you are crafting along to, yeah, to put an eyelet in if you want to. Again, I will use the same thread because matching, cohesive, I like that. And behind, we just added the black cardstock, but you can even add an extra layer, another one and another one. You can put your fabric in between. The fabric could have be glued in between the label and the black. You can even add um, the fabric right now on the back of the black and then add another piece of paper. There is, you can create so many layers. Oh, did you guys see what I did? That is so funny. Because my camera is in the wrong direction, I turned it towards you guys and I punched the hole on the wrong side. Can you see?
Yes, we can see it.
Hilarious. This is hilarious. Okay, so what we are going to do, let me see, because we have to get a solution for this. Okay, let me see. What can we think of? Oh, hilarious.
I have been guilty of that also.
Oh, yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Right now or another time?
No, another time.
Another time. I was just chatting and, punching, and okay, yeah, but that's not good. Okay, let me see. What are we going to do? I'm going to put an eyelet in on both sides to make it look a little bit more grunge. Because we need something to fix this little thingy. This is not the right size, so I have to make it bigger. Okay, that should work even better. Yes, that's better. Okay, so for now I have put in 2 eyelets. Just for the grunge effect right now, you can pull some thread through if you want to. But we can also make, yeah, let's say some kind of a hangy thingy to put through the holes. Let me see. And then I mean something like this, where you can put some, yeah, a label on there and then push it through the hole. So let me see. Yeah, I can make that work. Okay, so let's go back. A number or something. Let me see.
Marley,
Yes.
one of our members, Don Messenger, is saying, how about a smaller string through several times to make it a little fringe at the bottom?
Yeah, that is also a possibility. But then it will go, yeah, we are going to try. And then we will see if it is a very, how do you say that? On top over the embellishments. Because of course we do still want to see that, but if it's good, it's also a great solution.
Creative DME Design says those are called happy accidents.
Yeah, and you know what? These things you will never guess, but these things also happen when I create for Tim. Because most of the time, when people are talking to me and asking questions, they think all these makes go are made in one go. But I can tell you that there are more people, not only me, um, that make mistakes, have to do things again, or have to find a solution to, get rid of the mistake or. I think maybe she was meaning something else. Like, oh, wait. Aha. Wait. Aha. Okay. Let's do it differently. And then we can still put the hanger on. These are the best moments because now we're going to do something else. Oop. I think that the comment was given to me to put like a little tassel thingy on this side and also on this side and put multiple threads through the eyelet on this side and on this side, not in the middle. So I think I misunderstood earlier. So I think this is what you will mean. But then again, if this is not what you mean, we can we still have another option, right? I mean, again, we have another solution. Yes. And this thread is really, really ideal for this kind of stuff. Let me see if I can still make a knot. Yes, I have enough thread. And then, of course, we do not want them very, very long, but a little bit shorter. And then also I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to, this one is not cut. I will make a knot again. Yes. And also cut off most of the excess. So I think it was meant like this. Can I hold it up closer? Yes.
Yes. Oh, that looks good. She said yeah, that yes, that's what she meant.
Yeah, you see, I misunderstood the first time.
That's perfect. I love that. That way it actually looked intentional.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking about adding that little thingy or hanging thingy. I'm still going to do that because that is also just like Tim explains a lot of times. It's all in the details. So, yeah, think about those small pieces and yeah, add them to your work. So I'm just taking a little snippet. Maybe this one could be too big. Yeah, I think it's too big. So I'm going to cut it in half. Hoppatee. And then I don't need really like to punch a hole. I'm just going to press. It is tiny. I'm just going to, oh, it's already there. Awesome. And then you can choose either to use the eyelet to put the thingy through, or you can use the thread to attach it to that. And again, you will see it also counts. Oh, where's the camera? There. It also counts as an extra layer because there's more interest, there's more paper, there's something extra on top. And then only thing that we can do is to fill up those empty areas on the label. Just to fill it up, to get rid of all the empty space. So I'm looking for maybe a word that could fit or a number. No. There is something that I would like to, I will turn it. I would like to explain. You can see, is the light hitting it? No, there it is. Where do I go? This is better. Yeah, this is better. So you have the normal remnant drops that go like this, like the numbers, figure 4, they all go like this. But on top, I have added also remnant drops. Multiple. So that means there are 2 layers of remnant drops right now.
Mhm.
But that makes it a little bit more interesting when you apply it to your label. So I'm going to take a piece out of this area and put it onto the label.
So did you add that one on the top? The one on the bottom, does it have the strip, or you remove the strip on the bottom layer of that?
Yeah,
Or
I removed the white backing
mm-hmm.
and then added the remnant drops on top of the remnant drops.
On top of the plastic.
Yeah, but now I see. Let me see. I had to do it the other way around. Did I? Let me see.
Okay.
No, I had to do it the other way around. We can still do it. Wait, I'm going to make it work. So this is also again just something that I want to try, and I just made it up. And this is not made up very well, so now I'm going to do it in the right way. Okay, let me see. So we have okay, let me cut. Okay, let me see. I'm going to cut a piece out of this. And then like this. That was a great question, because that is why I saw that I did not do it correctly. So that is awesome. But I'm still going to use these. So these on top will not work again because they had to be behind. And that is the thing that I forgot. So I'm going to place these like this, and then this on top. Then we are going to see if is it too much? Let me see. It's a little bit too much, so I have to replace it. I just need a little bit. Yes, that would work fine. So I'm going to add those first to this back. So right now this must work. I hope. It's just a test. Let's find out. That is also something normally people say you can better not do that on camera, but I would like to try right now. Because if it works, that could be a nice way to layer multiple pieces of remnant wrap. Okay, let me see. And I think it is working. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. How did it turn out? Oh, I have to turn it the other way around.
Oh.
So now you have 2 different layers of remnant drops in 2 different directions.
I love that.
Yeah, I like it too. I really, really like that. That is awesome.
I
Okay, that
love
is
the layered effect it gives. I
yeah,
love that.
yeah, it's super, super cool. And I think even when I go, maybe I can go back in again. And when I choose, and right now I'm choosing something with a little bit more of a bold letter type. The remitter word and the zero, and then it will look like this.
That looks
And right now,
amazing.
I also think that you can do it one after another, and then layer on top, on top, on top, on top, and then horizontal, vertical, and diagonal. So that is also something to, yeah, to keep in mind. That is possible. Awesome. Okay, I will add a couple of numbers around the crow, and then we call this piece for now, we call it done. Yes, that one is on. Yes, that one is on too. I want a little bit more, I see, because here is nothing. Okay, so around the crow, there are some numbers and there are some letters. So it is a little bit more filled. And yeah, and that one goes inside of this pocket. So for now, because of course we can all see this is not ready, this is not finished yet. That is also totally fine because, yeah, I already told the group we will have to see how far we can go because you cannot work like bomb, 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 work and miss all those steps and everything. And that is also not my way of explaining. So for tonight, well, for me it is night. For today, this is it. But you can also work on this yourself because when you repeat all those steps that we did on the pockets and you will repeat it on these pockets, they will be filled. When you repeat the steps of the tags and the labels, again, maybe in other shapes, but you will repeat them again, you can fill up the top pockets. Um, and you can also do the same for the middle section. Of course, I have a ton of ideas for this, what we can do. Unfortunately, the time is limited. And like I said, over here it is night, and that also means I have to bring my children to bed in just like 30 minutes or something. So I don't know if you are all unmuted or on speaking terms with me. I don't know.
Yes, I'm listening.
On speaking terms.
I hope we're still on speaking terms after this.
Yes. Well, I am, but I don't know. It was so quiet that I was thinking, oh, is there somebody? So
We
if you all agree, I this is it for today, and I would like to answer any other questions related to creating personal me as a maker or whatever, I am open to every question. So yeah, if there is somebody with a question, yeah, throw it in there.
All right, fire away, peeps. Any questions?
Don said you have added so much interest. It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so lovely to hear.
And Lucy said we were just being polite.
Yeah, we were just enjoying the process.
Oh, yeah. Now you say so. When it's quiet, it's also a good sign, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Paula Fowler says, thank you for your time, Marley. This has been very beneficial for me. It's been wonderful.
Oh, that is so nice. That is so lovely to hear. Yeah, so what do you guys normally do? Is the make in the end of your videos always finished, or is it like,
No.
It's hit and miss. Most of the time, no.
okay.
Yes.
Yes, because it is a process.
Elisa would like to know what kind of paper you use to print your digitals on.
It's a matte photo paper. And then you have to think about the sturdiness, because when you just look at like printer paper, you have like 80 grams, that is not enough. Then you have like 120, that can be not enough. So I would lean more towards the 160 and a little bit higher. When you want like really sturdy papers, especially like this in the middle, you want a good base and not like, is it called like flimsy, that it is like
Yes.
very flexible, or you want it a little bit more sturdy. So a matte photo paper from around 160 and up.
Okay.
Jane H. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. We
Good
both were getting
question.
ready to do the same one.
JMH says, enjoyed, Marley. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah, no, just grateful to be here, to be asked, and to have just an audience that like love same things that I love. And yeah, I mean, this is great just to hang out and chat and yeah, learn from each other.
I
Agreed,
agree.
agreed.
Does anybody else have any questions in the chat? I'm just thankful that you decided to do this with us because it provides interaction with you versus watching a video on YouTube, a tutorial on YouTube, and watching it at a later time um, because because of our schedules. So
Yeah.
you don't have that connection, to ask these questions and quickly um, get a response in case you're working on a project. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I do understand, because right now we can instantly jump in at the moment that you need to know something.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And while you are watching like videos,
Mhm.
you have to like slow down the video, pause the video, and yeah, of course you can comment, but you will not get like maybe a reaction in, because of the time difference, in like in a day.
Mhm.
So this interaction is, yeah, it's much nicer. I really love it also. Yeah.
Yes, and it is it's very easy for us to ask those questions, maybe not relating to a specific project like they asked regarding the paper. Sometimes us as crafters, we're trying to figure out, um, what our favorite makers use in terms of materials. Because I know that sometimes that they'll put it on their videos, but sometimes it's very, general questions that are not asked in the video, or
Yeah.
not said in the video.
or
Yeah, but
even given in the video.
I
Yeah.
do understand what you are saying because, of course, I link my products, the Tim products that I've used, and I can link, of course, my own digitals,
Mhm.
but it's not the same like right now that you can ask right away, is there coming something new that is matching?
Mhm.
Can you make this or So yeah, this is way more like interactive. Nice, really nice.
Marley, you are welcome to come and craft with us anytime.
Oh,
Yes.
that is so lovely. Thank you so much. You are crafting on Sunday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what was the time again?
8 a.m. Central Time.
8 a.m. So that was like we did on Saturday. That was also 8 a.m., right? Yeah.
That was
Or-
9.
Oh, that was 9.
Yes.
So
So it
just an
would
hour
be
before.
an hour earlier.
Oh, so that will be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
Hmm.
Okay. Sometimes I can come and sometimes I don't because like I already told you, my daughter's playing the competitive water polo games.
Yes.
And I want to be there for her when she plays a game. So and sometimes it's on Sunday afternoon.
No worries.
Of
Yes.
course. Of
Yes.
course. Whenever you're feeling crafty and you just want to hang out, we're here. We have a lot of
Yeah,
fun. We have a
Yep.
lot of
yeah.
Just
fun with our
just
group.
reach out to us.
Yes.
Yeah, that is so lovely to hear. And just um I I can find also another day and time if you are also interested in doing a Christmas thing or something. I don't know if you like Christmas makes or Christmas crafting.
Oh yes.
Um but I also have my Christmas digitals up. And of
Hmm.
course, in November, a lot of people pay attention to making content for Christmas. I'm also going to do that. So, yeah, if you would like it, I will offer another evening of my time if you would like me,
Of
if you would like
course.
to meet me again. Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
Definitely.
Oh
Of
yes, definitely.
course.
Yes.
And
The people in the chat is saying, "Oh yes, Christmas would be awesome."
Yeah, okay, that is good to know. So, well, we can do that behind the screens,
Yes.
behind the scenes. We
Yes.
can do picking a date or something like that.
Yes.
And there is also one thing, and I do not want to forget because I am very grateful that you have asked me. So I have installed on my Etsy store for you guys.
Hmm.
The guy, for everybody who is right on here right now, I have installed a promo code for you guys. And that will be on there until the 16th. So I will do it in a short time period. You will get 20% off when you pick 3 items out of the shop.
Hmm.
And you have to use the promo code Halloween Save 20, and Halloween Save is all in capitals.
Okay.
So when you make an order, you can fill in that promo code in the box where it says, I think, add promo code.
Yes. Well, thank you for that.
yes,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
our members would love that.
Yeah, so it is up until the 16th. So it is a short amount of time
Hmm.
because I'm only doing this for this group, and
Hmm.
it is not up there for yeah, you can share with your crafty friends in this group. That's totally fine. But it's up there until the 16th of October.
And it can be on any of your digitals, right? Like the Christmas too.
Yeah, I have put it
Okay.
on there for all digital kits. So everything that you like,
Hmm.
at least you have to pick 3,
Hmm.
but it's on all items.
Wonderful.
That was very kind.
Very kind of you. Yes, very nice.
Greatly
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you want to make use of it, you can. If you want to still think about it, you can. I'm just throwing it in there as an opportunity for you, and you can think about it for yourself.
Mhm.
Yes, guys, go and check out her shop because her digitals, they're amazing. I printed some other digitals of hers that
Oh,
I
yes.
bought, I don't know how many, like 5, and I already printed some of those, and I was blown away. So you got to go in there, print them out on that matte photo paper, and you're gonna see that they are amazing. Let's go shop, JMH says. That's what everybody's gonna be doing as soon as we get off the live.
Yes. I just bought the nostalgic Christmas memories. You guys have to check that out. Santa is amazing.
Yeah, and that is my new Christmas release. So yeah, you can check those out. And like I just said a couple of minutes ago, if you want me back for an evening with those Christmas kits, I can do that. So you can also see how we will work with them.
Most definitely.
I printed these on acetate. Is this the one that you have, Lindy?
Yes, that's the kit I'm using now.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cool on acetate.
Yeah, I printed these sheets on acetate and they came out amazing because I like to use a lot of acetate on my projects.
Wow,
And
Yes.
then
that is so
they're
cool.
gorgeous. And then I don't know, I printed, let me just show real quick so the girls know what they look like, how amazing they look when they go and shop.
Hey Marley, just double checking. Did I type that code in right on the chat?
I don't see the chat, I have to say. I only saw the first comment, about muting, and that is it. I haven't seen any reactions, nothing at all.
Oh, did,
Okay.
are you clicked on private chat or comments?
Oh, yeah. I private chat, so I have to click on comments. Ah,
There you go.
okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Halloween Save 20. Yeah, that is correct. Awesome.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, that is correct.
So Irma, I have this kit too.
Oh,
Not the
I
not the ones you showed at the start, but this one I do.
this is the one that you're doing.
Yes.
Look at that, guys.
It's amazing.
And I really like this one too. Oh, I really like this one.
This one is the black and neutral floral, Dawn.
So, yeah, I printed some other ones, but these are the ones that I have on hand.
Yes, and I've already bought all of my Christmas, so I get to go buy some different things now.
Oh, yeah, Lindy, because you don't like to shop.
I don't like to shop at all.
No, never.
Well, I guess we better let Marley's go so she can
Yes.
attend her family commitments.
Yeah,
Again,
I have to bring my kids to bed because they have school tomorrow. So I can go down any later downstairs. So yeah, I have to go.
oh, you're fine. You're fine. We're just happy that you chose to spend time with us. That
Well,
means a lot to me.
I have to say I enjoyed. I really had fun. I enjoyed doing this for you guys. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the creating process and the explaining. So I think from both sides, it is a very positive experience.
Well, okay,
Wonderful.
Marlies, thank you so much for being here, and you have yourself a wonderful week.
Yeah, and we will talk to each other very soon and maybe discuss a Christmas project or something. I will hear from you.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll
Okay.
be fun.
Thank you so much. We'll be
Yeah.
waiting for your messages.
Everybody is saying thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all for watching and having great questions for me. Have a great day, all.
All right.
Bye,
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Marla.
Thank you, Marlies.
Bye.
Is she not amazing, you
She's
guys?
so cute.
I
She
love
is.
her.
No
She was
words.
fantastic. This is how far I got on mine.
Okay.
Oh, let's put it on Casey and we'll let Casey show and tell how far he got. Ooh, you chose the colorful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna probably put something on this, and then maybe something on the background. But
Oh.
I might do something in here too because it'll be very open.
Mhm. You're
Okay, well,
welcome, Judy.
I have to go. I have to go to work. My ride will be here soon.
All right.
Okay, Leah.
All right, see you, Leah.
Bye, everybody.
You have
Let's
a
Bye,
good
Leah.
day,
look
hon.
at Leah.
What happened?
Bye.
Bye, wiggle fingers.
Oh, you put it on Leah. I'm like, well, what
Yeah,
happened? How come
I
Casey's not
wanted
there
them
anymore?
to see Leah's real quick.
Ooh.
And then we're going to go back to Casey because Leah's going to leave us.
Yeah, I was thinking it was
Oh, that's gonna be cute.
it was just so much fun because it was very beneficial because I've never had it explained so in depth before. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I copied her there. I still have to put some numbers on there, but I used what she had, which was the. This is gorgeous, isn't it?
I love that paper.
Oh, I love
Yes, I
those
love
colors.
that one.
Because you could even use that on on a different project.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Okay, well, thank y'all so much. She was so much fun, and thank you, Irma, for contacting her and having her come on. She is amazing.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm lost
I
for
love her.
words. She is so kind.
Yes.
Okay, bye everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
Leah.
Bye,
Have a
Leah.
good
Leah.
You have a
day.
good one, hon.
Thank
All
you.
right, Casey, I put it back on you so you can finish showing yours.
No. So then I turned this one into like a flip up belly band thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pocket back here.
Oh, okay.
And then open that up and it's a little notepad.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
So I'm still going to put something down here. I don't know what yet. But I need to do something here and then decorate that. And then the back. I put like gauze in between the paper and the base because one of the strips in both areas
Mm-hmm.
was a little bit more narrow than the outer strips. So I was like,
Mhm.
well, I'm going to dress it up. But yeah, that's how far mine got.
You got
quite a bit done.
you got a lot
Not
done.
as much as I would have liked, but
I was doing stuff and then I was doing stuff and then I was mesmerized at what she was doing.
Yes, me too.
And I would stop what I was doing. Well, because she was giving us so much good information, that I wanted to make sure I caught that. So this is as far as I got. This one's not done yet.
I love how your lady is peeking out behind the roses.
So this is one. The knife is right here. I just put some sepia or whatever you call it right there on the knife. I still need to put something right
Love
here.
that.
And then, shoot, let me move this out of the way. And then I did this one.
Ooh, I love what you did with the eye. That's fun.
Yeah, there's a little butterfly right here on this side because I felt I needed to add a little bit of purple to go with the roses that the other pockets have. And then I did I have a butterfly here. This is from the snippet papers. I just put some of that black string or whatever it is. And then I did this one. And I
Yeah,
put
she
some,
looks like she's saying peekaboo.
yeah, I put some thin wire right here because I didn't want to put again this black thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I put some gold wire on here. And so I left off right here. But
That's
yes,
fun. I love that. Now I kind
that's
of want
it.
to incorporate a butterfly to one of mine.
Huh? Now you want to incorporate a butterfly?
Well, I was wanting to, but I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going to incorporate, but now I got an idea.
All right. And I took and put gauze behind my cover and added a 13 and sparkly down here. And then I got my pockets completed here
Mm-hmm.
and there.
Oh, you were quick.
Oh,
That's why you were so quiet.
I was quiet.
You were crafting
you got
away
so much done.
like
Oh my
like
goodness.
there was no tomorrow.
Yeah. So Casey stole my idea. I was taking and making a flip up here.
Oh yeah.
Casey, why are you stealing her ideas?
Right?
No,
He was
didn't
in my,
even look
my
at her.
mind.
Stop it.
So
She was still mine.
this I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. And then my back cover also has some cheesecloth under there, and we're going to put some decorations on there too.
I love the way that looks. That
Same.
digital is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So that's what I did. Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
I'm
Yes.
glad that everybody came and hung out with us today.
Yes. Thank you all for coming.
Yes, and if you guys have suggestions on people that you would like to see come on with us, please let us know. We'll reach out and see what we can work out. All they can tell us is no. Dawn, I did not crinkle, so I tore the edges and then inked, and then I just took my paper and I just wadded it up and kind of played with it and then opened it back up and glued it down.
Oh, now I'm just thinking about some of the stamped labels I did. That would look really great in this for layering and stuff.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Then I also did a plain card. I altered a plain card.
I saw you messing with the card. The brief moment I looked over on your window, I'm just like, oh, ooh, what is she doing?
So I had to bring my bug in.
I knew you were going to put bugs in there. I knew.
It goes with
Without
florals.
fail.
I'm going to send you a whole can of worms when I send you your journal. At least you can use them as fertilizer for your plants.
Oh, and I forgot when she was doing her tags, I did these tags.
Oh, I love those. Those are adorable.
Oh.
I took fabric and I inked the fabric up, so it started like this. And I just inked it with the black and the brown, and then I got to watching her and stopped. But those were my two tags that I'm creating. Oh, I felt like I was all over the place because I would stop and then I was like, what was I working on? Did you guys do that?
Yes.
Yes. I was like, I don't remember. Okay, let's do here. Squirrel. I know, Paula. I have to have some bugs somewhere.
Paula.
Did anyone else craft along with us?
Alyssa, yes, I will be. I will let you all know once I do.
Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
Dawn.
What you gonna? Oh, you don't craft. I was gonna say, what you gonna do with that fabric, Alyssa? And I just remembered.
Elisa was cutting out. She was fussy cutting, so I think she's crafting along.
Oh, so is that what you want the?
See, she's still fussy cutting.
Oh, so do you want the rust fabric for the Halloween?
Dawn, I got these at the Dollar Tree. I can go back and see if they have more, Dawn, and stick some in your package for a thank you gift. I'll go back and see.
Brenda, I don't like if you're buying her digitals and everything. Typically, it don't matter whether you are mixing it with other designers' stuff or not.
Right. The only time
as long as it's altered.
Yeah, the only time you can't do that, Brenda, is like if you're doing a design team project for someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you definitely wouldn't want to use Tim with Marley when you're showcasing Marley.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Yes. It was Judy, because I kept watching her and then I was like, oh, I need to work.
And work you did.
Irma, they would like for you to do a tutorial on rusting your fabrics. Blue. Yours are gorgeous.
Tongue twister.
Yes, I was like, oh, now Fina came out.
I don't do tutorials, but next time I rust, I will attempt to do it, because like when I'm rolling my rust pieces, I can't be holding the phone while I'm doing that on the rust table. But I'll see if one of my kids can help me, just video me when I do that process, because I'm sure that that's the process that you're most interested in watching. Yeah, or just show us. Yes, but I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, other people have reached out to me also and asked me, to do one. So I'm hoping to do one soon. Soon. I gotta finish Lindy's journal, because we don't want that journal to be a 2025 journal. No, that's not happening. So I gotta do the 2024. I gotta get it done out of the way so that Lindy can have her journal. You all followed along, but they are your styles also. Yes. Yes, that's what we did. But I mean, I really love that she gave insight as to how she coordinates her fabrics, and and the decisions behind the stuff that she makes is what I enjoyed the most of that,
right,
of her life. And why she selects certain pieces, the size of the pieces that she selects for, for each placement, is what I enjoyed the most of the live. It was very, very informative for me, because I always have an issue with coordinating colors. I mean, I kind of do, but obviously she is extremely skilled, and we always want to continue learning. There is no harm in getting some more education.
Agreed.
Yeah. There used to be total dramatic words about up to 7 years ago, when you use a designer would be kind of reason I quit creating.
Yeah, I think that only is true if you're a design team member. Other than
Yes.
that, it's free for all.
Yes. Yeah, I mix the digitals also because you know how big my journals are. I can't create just one person's digitals for the journals that I make.
Yeah. And I know some of them, like some creations, you have to at least give some form of acknowledgement that you use so and so's or whatever. But like, it's not a problem mixing them.
Paula says, enjoyed this very much. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. I'm glad you were able to come.
Yes.
Did you craft with us?
Or were you just
Mesmerized.
mesmerized like we were? I don't know how long it'll probably take me 10 years to, design at the pace she designs with, you know? It's,
Right.
it's like
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. Here it is, masterpiece.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, guys. Well,
Yep.
I think we're gonna call it for now. I'm getting hungry.
Me
Oh yeah,
too.
food's a thing.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes, and then there's coffee.
So, Casey, let me know when you're gonna do when you're gonna, well, are you gonna open the Happy Meal on live or you're just gonna look at it? Just let me know when you're done seeing it, I guess.
I After we get off here, I'm just gonna hop on over to my channel and just do it real quick.
Okay. So everybody that's here, go to Casey's channel because he has a show and tell over there.
Yep,
So
yep. I haven't even opened it yet, so it'll all be a surprise to you as well as me.
okay,
I have
good.
no clue what I just got.
That way, if he doesn't like it, I'm gonna. That way, he doesn't like it. I'm gonna know in the tone of his voice. He's gonna be like, I got this."
No, is that? Oh, thanks. I
He's gonna be
guess.
like, he's gonna be like this. Oh, had that, and she gave me this.
Okay.
Oh, I already
Well,
have
what's
that.
the next item already?
Yes. Judy's
Okay.
requesting a 10-minute break, Casey.
Well, I mean, it'll probably take that long for me to set it up, anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, that's fine.
All right. We'll see you guys over there then.
All right. Love you
Thank you,
guys. See you
Lindy.
later.
Thank you, Lindy, for hosting on your channel. Appreciate
You
it.
are quite welcome. Thank you for setting everything up.
Yes,
I'm
much
excited.
appreciated, Irma.
I am excited for our next craft and chat with Marley's because Christmas is such a wonderful, joyous time. So
Yeah.
It is.
we're gonna be happy crafting, and
Yeah.
maybe the chat will in advance get their stuff together, and maybe all of us can craft at the same time. So
Yes,
Yes.
that would be at last.
you guys already know what to expect in the chat. So if you want to craft along, we'll
You
have
guys
the
got the
information going.
code. Go over and get the things,
Yes, but don't
and
forget
we'll
to go
all
to
be
her.
ready.
Yeah, don't forget to go to her Etsy and take advantage of that coupon code.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, guys, we'll see you on Casey's channel.
All right.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye,
See you later.
everyone.